Hello, hello, and welcome to your October Mobility Flow. You're going to start by laying on your back. Extend that left leg high, holding at the back of the leg. Point and flex those toes. Focus on getting a good stretch through the back of your hamstring. Cross your left leg over the top of your right and reach for the hamstring on your right side, the back of that right leg, and pull it toward you. You should feel a pretty strong stretch across the back of that left glute. One modification is simply to just hold that left leg across your body. Switching legs, extend that right leg high, holding the back of that right hamstring, pointing and flexing those toes. Again, focusing on getting a good stretch through the back of that right leg this time. Crossing that right leg across the left. Again, with the modification being simply holding that right leg. Extending both legs up, you're going to drop them over to your right side, taking your right hand and reaching for the top of that left knee, pulling yourself into a little bit more spinal rotation and a slightly deeper stretch. Again, bringing those legs back up to center and dropping them over to the left side. This time reaching with your left arm to the top outside of that right knee, getting a little bit more spinal rotation and a little bit more of a stretch. Again, bringing the legs up to center, dropping over to the right side. Back up to the center and dropping them over to the left. Bringing your legs back to center, roll up. You're going to come into your tabletop position, breathing in, letting your belly drop, and then exhale, pushing through your upper back, forcing the air out and rounding through that spine. Again, going with your own breath. Breathing in as you let your belly drop, and exhale, rounding through that spine. Tuck your toes and push back to down dog. Focus on lengthening through your hamstrings, pedaling out one heel and then the other. Walk your feet forward. Come into a forward hang. Your hands can reach for your elbows. And then slowly roll up, keeping your core tight. Breathe up and bring those hands to heart center. Breathe in, forward fold. Keep a slight knee bend, especially if your body needs a little bit of extra time to wake up. Bring those hands back to the mat. One modification is to bring your knees down, come to a tabletop position, and then come to a modified cobra position on your forearms. You can use this modification going forward. Come to a tabletop again, and then tuck those toes and push back to down dog. Walk forward. Slowly roll up. Breathe in and hands to heart center. Breathe up, forward fold. Bring your hands to your knees, and then hands down to the mat, step back. You can either do that modification or you can go from a plank into up dog. And tuck those toes, pushing back into down dog. Step forward, breathe up, and bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in, forward fold. Bring your hands to your knees for that halfway lift. Hands down, step back. Lowering through, again, you can do that modification or come to your up dog. Tuck your toes, push back to down dog. Raising your right leg high, bend and open at the hip. And then bring it through for your pigeon pose. Tuck your toes, push back to down dog. Raise that left leg high, bend at the hip and open. And bring it through for pigeon pose. I had to remove my socks. I don't know why I didn't do that at the beginning, but there we go. Progress over perfection, right? Push back to down dog. Walk your feet forward. Slowly roll up. Breathe in. And hands to heart center. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands back down to the mat. Again, you can do that modification tabletop or just scoop through to up dog. Tuck your toes, push back to down dog. Again, raising that right leg high. This time bring it through to a low lunge. Focusing on getting a really good stretch through that hip flexor. Step back to down dog. Raise that left leg high. Bring that foot forward to a low lunge. Stepping back to down dog. Walk your feet forward. Slowly roll up. Breathe up. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe up. Forward fold. Come into that halfway lift. Hands down to the mat, stepping back. Scooping through again to up dog. Tuck those toes back to down dog. Raise that right leg high, bring it through for a low lunge. Planting that back heel, come up to your warrior one. Staying strong in those feet, rooting them down. Make sure that your body weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Step back to down dog. Raise that left leg high, bring it through, starting in low lunge. Then planting your feet, come up to your warrior one. Bringing your hands back down to the mat, push back to down dog. Again, pedaling out those feet. Walk your feet forward. Slowly roll up. Breathing hands to heart center. Breathe in and forward fold. Come to a halfway lift, keeping that back flat. Stepping back. Again, scooping through, coming to up dog, and then tucking your toes, pushing back to down dog. Raising that right leg high. Once again, focus on bringing it through to that low lunge. Then planting your back heel, coming up to warrior one. Staying strong through those legs. Open up your arms then, open to your warrior two. Bringing that left hand to the back of your left leg, reach back, reverse that warrior. And then walking your feet in slightly, bending at the side, you're gonna come into a triangle pose. Coming back to your warrior two, and then back to your warrior one. Bringing your hands back down to the ground, step back to your down dog. Raising your left leg high, bringing it through. Hands up into warrior one. Opening to warrior two. Reaching back then, reverse that warrior. Your right hand goes to the back of your right leg. Bringing your feet in slightly, come into that triangle pose on that left side. Focus on keeping that core engaged and tight. Back to warrior two. And coming back up to warrior one. Hands back down to the mat, push back to down dog. Walking forward, slowly rolling up. Breathing in, forward fold. Halfway lift, bringing your hands to your knees with a flat back. Stepping back, again, feel free to use that modification or come through plank to up dog. Tucking your toes and pushing back to down dog. Raise that right leg high, bring it through for a low lunge. And again, stepping up to warrior one. Opening up to warrior two. Keeping that weight evenly dispersed between your feet. Reach back. Then bringing the foot in slightly, you're going to come back into that triangle pose on the right side. Back to warrior two. And warrior one. Hands back down to the mat. Raise that left leg high, bring it through to a low lunge, and then plant your feet to come up to warrior one. Keeping that core engaged. Open your arms, coming into warrior two. Then reaching back to warrior, reverse your warrior. Scoot your feet in slightly and come into your triangle pose. Coming back to warrior two, then warrior one. Bringing your hands back down to the mat. Stepping back to down dog, walking your feet forward, slowly rolling up, breathing in, bringing your hands to heart center, and namaste.